Hey, David Bridge Jr. And in this video, I want to talk to you about how to deal with the naysayers. And later on in the video, I'm going to talk to you about how to deal with the biggest naysayer of them all. But whenever you're dealing with people that have something derogatory to say about whatever it is you've accomplished, maybe you've accomplished something great, or you're trying to accomplish something great, or you're in the process of trying to figure some things out and people, making comments or chattering in your ear or whatever, right? And it maybe it gets to you a little bit, stings a little bit or whatever. First of all, here's the thing. Unless you're some kind of big time celebrity, there really aren't going to be a lot of people that are of any significance, if you will, that have any merit to what they're saying. Because number one, they're in this spot where they probably don't really know what they're talking about in in regards of whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish or whatever it is that you have accomplished. So, for example, there was some wrestling championships over the weekend, college wrestling championship. Exciting stuff. It's one of those things that it was really exciting. It's going on at the same time as March Madness, which college basketball back in the day, I could have told you the names of every player in the top 25 teams in the country, but anymore I just don't quite follow it like I used to. But college wrestling is something that um, I don't know. It has a little bit of a more of appeal to me, I guess, at this stage in my life. But in any case, I guess it's partly because Penn State's doing really well or did really well. But it came down to the last competitor that Penn State had in the tournament, and I think Penn State guy wins. Bo Nickel. Penn State wins the national title, team title. If he doesn't, they probably don't. And it came down, and yeah, it's exciting. I'll throw a link in the bottom of the comments. You can check it out. I fooled around and put something together for that. But it was so exciting because Ohio State guy had him on top and was getting ready to pin him, and then just all of a sudden, Penn State guy Bo Nickel just he had him right where he wanted him and flipped him and turned around and pinned him. And when it was all over, he just was so enthused and so excited. He threw his headgear, and some people on some social media sites made some comments. Oh, poor sportsmanship. He looks like a chump. To me, to me, he looked like a champ. You know. And so here's the thing: whenever it comes to naysayers and their perspective, it's perspective of lower energy, and I would encourage you not to go there and don't worry about it. Don't exert the energy to it would take to make any kind of a retaliation because there's better sources, outputs for your energy, and just keep them there. And I would also submit to you that some of these naysayers, they're they're that's just exactly where they are. They are. They're in a spot of lower energy and lower self-esteem and lower confidence, and so that it's just not somewhere that you want to go and deal with. And so one of the things that I want to tell you that is that the biggest naysayer out there, and again, I'll get to that in just a second. But another thing that you can do is just focus on the vision that you have for whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, if you haven't accomplished it yet. Because that energy that it's going to take to get there is probably going to be what you need. And anything that diminishes from that energy is going to delay the progress that you're making in some of the goal streams that you have to accomplish whatever it is that you're looking to accomplish. So stay in a higher energy, and that goes back to dealing with the biggest naysayer that I was alluding to earlier. The biggest naysayer that we have is our own little inner voice, right? Dealing with that conflict of, who do you think you are? You're not smart enough. You're just from a small town. You don't know anything. Stuff like that, where you're. You're trying to talk yourself out of whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. And so I would submit to you that, hey, get above the ego, get above your ego, get to that higher plane of who you know you can be, who you were meant to be, to achieve the things that you've set out to accomplish. There's some great things that, you know, you can accomplish it if you listen to that inner voice, or the naysayers, or not, here's a couple more examples for them. I just saw a video from Goldcast with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he described his journey, how he started off in Austria, and whenever he was a young man, saw a documentary about the United States and it being the land of opportunity. And so he's like, man, how can I come to America, right? So he figured out, all right, you know what, you just have to get here and then work his ass off. But along the way, he had people saying, who? Arnold Schwarzenegger? You can't do that. Who do you think you are? No one's gonna go. No one's gonna go watch a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger as the lead man. So, but he didn't listen to the naysayers, right? He went on and did what he wanted to do, but he worked his ass off. He started early and worked late. Worked construction, got into real estate, took acting classes until midnight, and you know, here we are. With everybody knows who Arnold Schwarzenegger is, right? Another one. Here's another example. At the time I'm shooting this video, Tony Robbins is putting an ad out for his business mastery class, and there's some comments. I just happened to scroll through some of them, and if you don't know, it's not a deal. I mean, it's not a cheap date. It's 10 grand to go to his business mastery class. And the funny thing is, people are like, oh, it's just a place to go, for rich people to get together. Yeah. You know what? If it was worth 10 grand, how about I pay you 1,000? And if it's really that good, and I make more than 10 grand, I'll pay you the 9,000 difference in a year. Yeah. Okay. Number one, Tony doesn't give two rat's tails whether or not someone like that comes. And number two, he actually doesn't want anybody to come with any kind of a mindset that doesn't want or that can't appreciate that someone that's going to make the sacrifice of $10,000, they're going to go and they're going to get the answers to, to whatever it is that they seek one way or another in some form or fashion in this program that he's putting out. He's pretty much just disqualifying. He doesn't want you to can't number one make the sacrifice. Number two, can't appreciate it if you've got the the wherewithal and the resources to go ahead and go to that class. So anyway, I hope this helps. Get above that low energy of where naysayers are, both externally and internally. Get above that. Get to that place where of higher self, if you will, to get above those mediocrity. Hey, I hope this helps. I'm David Bridge Jr. If you like this video, please share it. Please make a comment, and I'll see you the next time till I feel like posting another helpful tip. So, hey, till next time.